Todd's former center and Ohio State center now, who's going to move on to the NFL, and Seth McLaughlin. When you take a look at his path, his college path, of course, started his career at the University of Alabama, was the Crimson Tide starting center during Nick Saban's final season in Tuscaloosa, and he hit basically a low in terms of his production at Alabama with so many bad snaps and snaps rolling on the ground, and most notably the play that basically ended Nick Saban's career, you could say, when Alabama was defeated by the Michigan Wolverines in the Rose Bowl. It was a low snap, and of course he transferred to Ohio State and did a full, complete 180, and now he became the Remington Award winner, which was awarded to the best offensive lineman in the country, which is crazy, mind-blowing in terms of football. And he recently did an interview, and he basically talked about his reason why he transferred from Alabama. I do want to read the quote so we have it in his full length. He said, "I felt like I got kind of stagnant in my development, not by anything that the coaches did, just because there was a ton of younger guys that need to be developed to get on the field and play. So I just knew I kind of wanted to leave and get more development on myself." So basically it looks as if he felt like as a center, as a player, he didn't get developed, I guess, personally, in terms of like the way he needed to get developed and get better. Just what are your thoughts on that with kind of like what you know, and just like from what he did, it has to be some, I guess, some type of truth, or at least in his mind, some type of truth to it.
Man, I'm gonna go back to what you said. I put a mark in there when you said guys are undeveloped. You've been in here. You know the college guys that I have that come back here. I kid you not. I have guys that come back and say, "Coach, you will hate our weight room program." And it's not just one particular school. This is a common theme because they're like, we're not being challenged and we're not being pushed. It's one school in particular, they won't let kids go above 80% when it comes to speed. So, and if you really know anything about speed work, you must maximize, like, you got to go full speed twice a week to sustain it. Far as strength is concerned, guys are, again, undeveloped, man, because these kids are bouncing around. It's like a freshman coming in. If they don't have a solid strength coach or solid program in high school, and he doesn't play his first year, he ain't stayed there long. He has not stayed there long enough to understand the weight room in college. So I go to another school, and I go to another school. So what point are you going to get developed? So like you said, Bama end up, I call this the God complex or King's disease. You get to a point where you get so good that you just coast. And that what has happened. Um, and for him to say that, he knew he was just another number at Bama. That's all it was. It was another number. But he got better also because he effed it up the first year. You know what I'm saying? Like, you effed it up. Like, you ain't got no choice but to work on yourself and work on your craft. So I can't say Ohio State room was better. Nah, you had a point to prove. You know what I'm saying? You faced some adversity. And with that adversity, what did it force you to do? Get better and work on your craft. You were sorry. You stunk it up. But you the man now. So kudos to you for realizing, hey man, I got to get up out of here. I got to go get my mind right. That's the difference. So I really can't say, well, he knew he was a number at Alabama. He went through the motions and it showed. He doubled down because the talent was always there. If you
Yeah.
had offers from Ohio State and Alabama, you were up to par. You fit the description. So what ended up happening, I coasted, and then what I had to do, I doubled down. And look at him, he won the award. Probably gonna get drafted first, second round with that award.
Yeah, for sure. And now that you said that, I don't think when you initially said it, I don't even think my mind went to that. I think sometimes as a journalist, you kind of looked at it kind of like initially in a different way, in just terms of that we kind of was started to question, like, was he not getting developed? But from a football perspective, that kind of makes the most sense. Like what you said, he had a point to prove. Now he was going to Ohio State, and he knew that Then it's just how fans are. It's not just Alabama fans. It's just fans, sports fans in general. He knew that probably some Alabama fans were like waiting to see him mess up again. Like, yo, that's why that's what you did at Alabama. And of course, he proved them wrong. So, like you said, he had a chip on his shoulder when he went to Ohio State. And he proved a lot of people wrong and showed that he can be a great center, the best center in the country. And like you said, at Alabama, he flashed some great things, especially early on in Tuscaloosa when he got opportunities to play with his ability to block, his ability to be physical. It's just the snaps was his biggest problem during his last season in Tuscaloosa. He corrected that and fixed things and was, like you said, became great. One of the, like I said, undoubtedly the best center in the country.
Man, but again, that goes back to what me and you were just talking about, accountability. Because you're going to have to hear me. If I'm in the huddle with you and you have a bad snap, you get one my bad. After that, bro, Cole, get his ass up out of here. He is not focused. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you
Yeah.
sorry. Nobody wants to be that guy. Hey, you sorry. I don't even know why you here. Cause I know he heard that in the huddle. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just tell you, like, I know everybody be like, man, we kumbaya. Hey man, we got a job to do. And most guys, we hate losing more than we like winning if you're a competitor. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that was the case. He had an immense amount of pressure. He had to go reinvent himself. That's all that was. He went to go reinvent himself. He played with a chip on his shoulder, but the adversity had to happen. It's always gonna come some good after that roughness, man. After every rainstorm, the sun gonna come out at some point. But you got to be ready for the rain. You got to, man. And again, we think we can solve it with with this money. And hell, the coaches are worse than the kids. The coaches are worse than the kids, man. They hightail it up out of there. I know so many coaches. And again, you got to think at Bama, man. In 4 years, I had three offensive coordinators. So a coach may not even like you because he was at another school and recruited you and you didn't go to that particular school. He may not like you because you wear your shoes up high. He may not like you because you got an accent. He may not like you because you musty. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of things that have to work out to have a successful team, man. And I was just fortunate enough to be in a program where everything clicked at the same time.